Everybody to another video here in Krita, and I'm going to cover some of my sketching methods. I'm really happy to say that I've kind of found a style of my own of doing art based off of all the different methods that I've been learning as well, like from observation. Watching other artists helps a lot too, you know. But let's say for example, then I start with one of my basic things. Let's imagine I'm planning, like in the previous video I was kind of talking about working with random scribbles or random silhouette kind of sketches and then trying to draw something over it, or trying to adjust them as you go with your imagination to kind of shape those into something. But let's say you really want to work a pose that you want. One way is you can kind of work strokes in rough marks. Let me show you for example first. One way is you can do this like just do let's see, hang on, get some colour going here. Yeah, so one way is I could you know, okay, there's a head, I want the arm to be coming this direction, he's holding something, you know, the body's here, the his back's twisted and the hips are here and that, you know, just like get some kind of thing going where you're not thinking too much, but you've got like the overall thing. Other hand's behind here, you see. Okay, there's another guy here ducking down. Maybe you're going to change the size of your brush sort of thing. It's hard, like you've got to try to, you know, you can do things like that, you see. Maybe like this guy's holding a sword here, so it's almost like I'm just doing stick figure lines anyway, see. Maybe he's a katana wielding samurai or something, so I could like go into the next one here, and that's basically what I did with some of my recent animations that I did too. So I'm saying, like, you know, I could literally do that. I could literally follow that then, you know, and just do some kind of design, you see. So let me see, just trying to work out where the shoulder is and everything. Hang on, so just doing that, see, okay, the shoulders here, let's do the arm, I don't know, that's there, right, boom boom. Then this is going to be about that. You don't have to follow the whole thing, don't forget. You're just going random, you're just going changing it as necessary. You're not going to follow just the whole thing as it is. You're just doing it like using what you need of that, basically, is what I'm saying. You're changing as you go, see. You're not following the whole under sketch, and this is really basically what I mean by silo sketch. I just combine two words together, you know, silhouette and sketch, basically, just to make this my type of thing, you know, what I'm doing. I don't know, you know, you can like even change the angle even more. See, now I'm really changing it and not even using that part of the thing, just trying to make it work out. And this is what I did in my recent animations. I did like the karate stick fighter thing, and then you got the guy chopping the guy's head off with a sword, the ninja guy, the other cartoon thing I did. It was basically all based off of this type of method of doing things. See, I might want to do this arm first. See, sometimes you get stuck in the anatomy of it, or you really do. Underneath of the armpit there. Okay, I've kind of worked out this guy's not wearing a top, haven't I? So, okay, she's there, so you got your body going. You might want to do some like lines for the muscles in the beginning, and then just erase them as you go. You've got this part of, okay, the back of the rib cage there going up. Just work it all out, erase certain things, make it subtle, just teaching yourself to follow the anatomy. That's there, maybe you're going to have that like that. Boom, 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 boom. Just here, see, boom. Going in, the shoulder should be about there, it's kind of dipped, but still, boom, boom, boom. That's there, bam. A lot of boom, 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 dum, dum, dum. They're coming in, all that. This one, okay, I'm going to I'll give this guy like a headband or something. Okay, I'm not going to go too crazy, some kind of headband blowing in the wind, you know. Wow, his hair's going all over the place, you know. And whatever, I can put the foot right like this, like use this part, see it looks like it's really close to us anyway, right? So that's that. The other foot is obviously probably in front actually, based off of how he's standing there, like that, you know. Okay, something like that. And this one's just getting his sword ready, obviously over here, see, boom, boom. It's working these tubes of it all, these arm shapes, you know. He's reaching over to grab his sword to defend his goddamn ass, you know. He wouldn't be grabbing the blade actually, excuse me. The blade there. That's the handle bit, you know. Boom, boom, boom. And it's good because the under sketch thing gives you some kind of visual, like for the body too. It's like giving you the illusion like there's some kind of shadows going on and stuff, you know. And it's like, it's the thing. This bicep, I'm trying to work out where the rest of it goes there. This is obviously a belt. I'll just make that like a belt or something blowing in the wind there. This guy's got some crazy hairstyle by the look of it. I'm not too sure what's going on here. Some small eyes in. Got some crazy, mad, crazy hairstyle or something blowing. I don't know what. I'm just doing that like just random there. Give him some big eyebrows. I don't know. Big. I'm not even focusing on the face enough. I know on this one. I know. Give him a big beard as well. I'm just trying to like hide it all, just to try to quickly get this sketch done. You know, but it's like you can't rush too much. But you know, it's definitely teaching you as you go. You know, definitely teaching yourself. Bone there. Boom, boom, okay, that kind of thing going on there. Skin. The arm's not perfect, the hands, okay, hold on. The sword's about there in some kind of sheath, right, so that's there, cool. You know, he's there in his warrior ship. Put some lines on it just to make it look a bit more whatever, you know. And there you get your action scene going, and what you can do is you can obviously get rid of that if you so wish to, and you could like go on top. I could make this faint and then draw on top of this and draw a much better one, and I could go onto a new layer, as I've said before, and just really do some nice lines, you know. I could really go in, you know, and do some really nice clean version of this, you know, like do a nice design of a character, like really nice, work out where everything goes following that, you know. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to work with the rough sketch I got, the natural rough sketch that I got is good enough, you know, anyway. You know, and I'm going to just get that spine there, inner spine going in there, boom, work it all out, so you just fix it up as you go. You know, and yeah, you know, just put a bit of headband on him or something like that if you want to do that, and put some lines in if you want to. You could do like a comic or something, you know. You could do a whole comic this way. I've actually done stuff in the past where I've done it like a comic kind of thing like this. I might even do that in a moment. I might just like put some like shading or something on it, you know. I was going to move their positions and stuff, you know, but it's like I'm not sure now. See, when you do these little lines and stuff, you see how everything looks like it's moving, you know, and that's what you want to get, you know. What you need to do is put like a screen shaking on here, an effect and some like music, and you're doing the action, man. They're going to get it on, you know. Now you can clean up lines and stuff as you go and stuff like that. As I say, you can like clean up certain lines and things as you go and fix it all up and all that, you know. You know, but I'm going to do this, see, like, yeah, like that. I'm going to leave it as a rough one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to see what I would usually do is I would cut these out or something. Let me think about this. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into another I'll make a duplicate of this bottom layer. That's what I originally planned to do in the first place. And I'm going to make this dark. I could have some crazy colours going on or something as well, like some red and black or something. I'm going to bring this one really considerably darker. In saying that, no, undo that. Undo filter levels. I'm going to make them darker. Sometimes I'll make sure I've got clean outlines of the characters and just merge them down onto a background basically. But for this one I'm just going to colour them in freehand. I'm going to bring them, let's erase some areas is what I'm going to do. Oh, excuse me, not like that. Let's erase the areas I need to. I'll even erase some, what I want to do is I want to have that full opacity, but I'll turn the brightness up of that so it gets that greyish kind of a look, softer, easier on the eyes. A bit too easy on the eyes. Hold on. Go here and clean up some lines as you go. But I'm just doing it like this for now. So I'm just erasing again from the top layer to reveal the bottom layer. Okay. Now anything that's light, I'm just trying to make it that's light. We just work the different shades as we go, sort of thing, you know. What I'm basically doing. So that's there. That's it for him. I mean, I'll give him a bare foot. I was going to give him shoes, but still, that's a blade. Okay. So now, once that's done, I'll merge that down with that, and I'll make a. Let me see. A darker version of that still, and then go there. We're just dealing with the under stuff, don't forget. The lines are still on their own layer still currently. Excuse me. So excuse me. The hell's going on? Hold on, make sure it's on the right layer. Okay, good. Anything that's darker now I'm just showing, okay? So here we go, I'm just erasing from this to show the dark, not shadows, we're doing shadows last, and we're going to have some real fun with the shadows, make them really stand out. Fact being, because it's such a rough sketch, that's what you want to do, play with it to make it like epic. That's why I added those lines in and stuff to make it like really rough. Usually I wouldn't add like those lines, like it's like a comic kind of like rough, sketchy coolness about it, you know. It's like it's like usually I'd put the colour like white flashes like you may have seen in my other cartoons. I've done like my rough animations I've done recently and that. You check that stuff out, you know, things like that. And as I said, it'd be nice to have a background or something going on, some clouds or something, some effects or something. Just want to see, you know. We're not finished yet. I'm going to give them some more dark areas, darker still than this, to bring it out, you know. So just only like that. I'm not going to go too crazy. Make sure you're on the top layer when you're erasing to reveal the bottom layer, as I say. Give him a lighter belt. I was going to give him like a lighter clothes, a darker belt, but I'm just going to give this one, just do it like this. Maybe I'm wrong after all, maybe I am wrong, yeah, I'm wrong. Hold on. Darker belt, okay. Because we need to work those shadows and we don't want everything to be absolutely in so much darkness, you know, is the thing. This guy's hair darker maybe. Okay, so now we're more or less in the groove of it. I'm going to make a darker the background can't really be cut out easily now from behind them, I'm pretty sure of that. I'll try in a moment, but first of all, to add like a sky, but I think I'm just going to have to paint around it, paint some detail or something, because I can't really do it that easily. Really dark shadows, really, really dark. Trying to be careful not to lose any of the detail of the lines because it's that dark. Okay, I'm bringing it below. I can always intensify the lines by changing the brightness and stuff of that, you know. I think I want to do it the other way. I want to erase to show the light, what I want to do. So again, like we did with the other image I showed you, you know, but see, having such intense light areas. You've got to be careful because you can get carried away, you know. But it really does bring out the action of it. See that kind of manga type thing. Reading manga comics and stuff, there's a lot of that in general. You know, they really use the shadows and everything to really show it. You know, to show all this detail off the light and that. They really show the dark areas. You know, like they show the shadows. I'm just being really careful because I've got to remember which angle everything is, you know. You can even put some glows on top of these two and make them like really more epic, and then even add colour on top of that. I might add as well, and that actually brings it even more epicness. And you have these big thick areas of shadow, of light and shadow over the clothes or the skin or whatever, muscles and every shape. But then you also have things like little like areas as well, like gaps of things, and that just cuts through it. It just gives this. You see, like on the face there, for example, it just brings out the life of it. See, hair is another one that's definitely going to have to be worked. As I say, you know, see like here between the different hairs, it just makes it like that level of reality in it. You see, and this is, I mean, these guys are fighting, man. This is reality right here for these guys, too. Lucky you're not in their way. Right this second. So that's basically that. Merging that down with this now. Okay. Giving them a little play around with the brightness a little bit, like bring it up a little bit if you need to see there what you got. Play with the the lines. See what you got to do. You're going to bring them like stronger, or you're going to bring them slightly lighter. I think in this case we go somewhere in the middle like that. Merge them down now. Now's the time. Now is the time for you to learn the way. Take it. I'm going to just yeah, man. I'm going to just duplicate that. Duplicate there, see, yeah, on the battlefield. You know, they're getting it on, man. And I'm going to go with a the colour adjustment curves. Bring it down a bit like that. Wait till you see this. Wait till you see it. Bring it down a bit like that, okay. And then go with the soft, the airbrush in eraser mode. Middle sort of opacity of the power of that. Like an eraser, like a soft eraser basically. You just basically just start erasing. Must be in eraser mode, as I say. And you just erase like areas to just show around them and where the light is. Also, when you do this kind of effect, you can work with this kind of brush and soft brushes in general to bring out sort of like cloudy, misty areas like in the sky and stuff too. And I can paint some like black silhouette type shapes in the background for like rocks or castles or whatever I want to have as well. You know, so things like this, you see like in the sky, see here I'm like making it a bit cloudy, see? I'm playing with that as we go, so it's like saving work for later on as well, saving me having to do things like that as well, you see. I mean, so I've gone a bit over the top in some areas there, I think, see? But you see what I'm saying though? Like certain things, you know, you can work in. And go back in with the blacks again if you wanna. Like kind of like paint it in. Or whatever, like certain shapes and things. You might want to put them in a forest or something. Those black lines are looking okay, kind of comic-y again. It's just a little bit like, you know, manga-y rather than anime. Anime is like the animation, manga's the comics, as I say usually, right? There's a big space on the right here. It looks like something should be there, like maybe that one of them's guarding. Maybe the one on the right's like guarding from this attacker, on the left is like protecting something, you know. So you've got to tell these stories in your mind, as I say, just like Bob Ross says, you've got to tell this story in your mind. I'm going to merge this down here. Give them a bit of a soft blur now's the time, a very soft blur. Very soft, not too much, it's a bit crazy, but you see how when I do that, it just brings out the epicness in it, excuse my language. I'm going to bring in a bit more of a level it up, yeah, level it shit, because they need the action, man. Level it up, yeah. Level this up. Be careful, don't overdo it. You really can overdo it. Do that and go on top of a white on a hard light, set the blending mode of the layer to hard light, not soft light. All these people using soft light, I don't know, up to you, man. We're just 20 minutes into this video now, by the way. Going with a soft, looking at those intensified areas of light there, low opacity, but just start middle, lowest sort of opacity. Just start painting that on with the spray, the air spray. See, hang on, trying to work out what the hell's going on here. Oh, it was on hard mix, that's why. Excuse me, I made a mistake. Let me delete that. Make a new layer. Hard light, not hard mix. Okay. Low kind of opacity there. And just glow over the areas which are like the lightest. And what you can do is you can add like a colour gradient, like map, or don't go over the top. Okay, just different things. Yeah, you can. I just paint over colour, like put some colour on top. Even like just a load of colour, and then just you'll see you can like just you know like just wash it, blur it across, like it's like just makes it like blend together, like all colourful, you know. I'm going to put some stronger like areas as well here, like some shines. Like I'm just using a full opacity white normal pen, thin, very thin, on the shines on this sword, for example, and even some little fine areas on his body here, little areas you may want to just carve out. See, I don't have that intense glow on the muscles there, like that. See there, even like low opacity areas too, just going over a little few things. See the lines that highlight on the body there, on the clothes, see, things like that, and it just brings it all out, you know. Those black lines are a bit over the top, I know, like the movement, the motion lines, but it's okay, you know. Merge this down now. With those shadows, like I was saying earlier on, we can do certain things. Like I can do like a couple of lines, a couple of rocks or something in the background. I think that's what I want to do really. I'm going to choose a dark colour like a black, and I'm going to just choose this rough brush again. I just like do some shapes, and I'll just like carve some shadow into them or some light, and I'll put some mist in front of them. Just put a few like that, and that just makes it like that, you know. And I'll choose the eraser mode, and I'll try to cut them out and stuff as well, you know, like that. We can blur them as well in a moment. I've got to go over the top. Some little rocks, and I'm just going to go on top of. I'm going to go on top of those. Choose now to lock it. Okay, lock the layer so you don't paint outside of the lines. Choose a grey, and just like work and paint within that to show where the areas of light are. You don't have to do too much detail because they're in the background. It's a very dark scene anyway, this. So, you know, even some whiter, like lighter areas and stuff you might want to do. See, little things to bring them out, to make them know that they are in the scene, you know, like that. And again, like, you know, on another layer now, below that, but still above everything else, you might want to just put some areas of like some dark in, low opacity, and just paint some areas to show the ground. Being careful. Usually you do the characters on another layer in front of the you know, background, obviously, but we're just doing it like this for now. You know, we're just doing it in this one. We've done it this way. I might do some lightning bolts in a minute as well and stuff to make it epic. You know. I'm gonna just quickly bring up a little bit of contrast on that to bring them a bit brighter. I was going to say I could put shines on them as well, but I don't really want to bring them out to be too strong. The main focus is the characters here. I'm not going to put the mist in the background like I said as well. What I'm going to do now though is I'm going to merge everything down as one image. Okay, flatten image. I'm flattening the whole image, okay. Okay, good. Now I'm going to go on top of this, do a few little very small lightning bolts in the sky. Very small lightning bolts in the sky, thin, like far away, like, you know. white, and then I'll put a glow on top of them as well. You know, put like a glow. It's a kind of stormy kind of scene. I could have done them like they was in the rain and the wind and stuff, you know, and even animated wind and you know, get the idea. Anyway, you know, but I'm going to add the glows with that soft brush again. Again, remember to use a hard light if you can, low opacity, and then just go over them like that and just give them a glow. Be careful, don't go over the top, you know. But see, even though we have these black lines and this rough sketchy art style going, and we have these black lines, it still comes out really powerful. Like, it still comes out, you know, realistically. I'm going to put a bit of mist there maybe. Let's see how we go. No, it's too much. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, after all, I am going to add, I'm going to flatten the image, and I'm going to save that one out as it is, and then I'm going to add some colours on top, like a colour. Okay, wait for it. I'm going to save that. I thought we just lost everything now. I was kind of worried there. Kind of worried there, you know, like, you know what I mean, like, you know what I say, like, I was worried you're going to chop your somebody up to bits like that, the katana saw, you know. Just save that out. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to add some colour to it. One way is, because we are in Krita, I can literally add a where is it, man? A filter layer, filter layer above this. Pretty cool stuff, I must say. But you set what you want, like gradient map, alright? Gradient map, and it says copy. I don't know why it's under copy, man. It's kind of crazy. That's kind of strange. I'm going to just choose a colour. It gives you some kind of funky, I don't know what the hell that's about. I'll just set it to like overlay or something. Multiply. Oh, wow, what the hell did I just do? That was an accident, man, but that was pretty cool. Set to overlay, see what happens. Even that's cool. We can bring down the opacity too, and like change it and stuff. But you can change the colours to be whatever the hell you want, you know what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to just do that, merge this down with that, and then I'm going to change the colours a little bit to blue or whatever, you know. Just load it. Okay, wait for it to load. Okay. Is that something or other? Okay, hang on. If you end up like a problem thing, don't worry, you can always, it's okay. So you can always bring in the image back in if you've saved the black and white one like I be still like something, I don't know what. I think it's just still so please bear with me, okay. I've got like video with and stuff, because I've got a lot of different things. This video is like half an hour now. It's just taking a while because it's just loading up. It's like loading now. Is that ready now? No, I think what I'll do then is I'll just, because I've saved, I'll just quit it, okay, because it's crashing I think anyway. We have the image though, we saved it, luckily we saved it, okay. It's because these maps and stuff you add in. I'm going to bring this into there, make a colour version of it, bring it back into Krita. I'll just put some colours and stuff on top, just roughly, like just put a gradient, put some mark, like use a spray brush and just add like an overlay, make it an overlay blending mode layer, you know. But we're going to stop this video at the moment. It's like half an hour. I'll try and do a time-lapse version of this as well. I think that's a very good idea to do. I've done some other pictures earlier in the same way, like using sketches and stuff. Like I did this picture earlier on, and another one, 2 women. Then this one, and this one. I was happy with that one as well. Colourful. So I do all kinds of different stuff, you know, as I say. But I like martial arts, action, as you know, because you know, I've studied martial arts all my life, so I love martial arts, you know. Yeah, so let's go on to a new layer. I'm going to go here. We'll go with that red, yeah. Go with the goddamn red. And I'm going to go in there and I'm going to go to overlay. Oh my god, that's what we're talking about. Now that's what we're talking about. Go in with some little bits of red, blue maybe. I don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe just yellow, right? Orange or yellow. and then that's a bit too strong with like hard light or something. Bring that down a bit opacity wise, and then just add it on like for that bit of extra glow. Look at that! Oh my god, man! Now we're talking. And it gives a kind of illusion of like the skin sort of colour too, bouncing off as well. You see what I mean? You can put in a bit of blue, and you can change the opacity of the brush, can't you? Too, don't forget. So I can add a bit of blue in this, mixing with like a purple to give like a kind of dark sky and the rocks and the whole scene. Like, you know, it just brings it all together, having these like different colours just subtly in there. You see, and all of that. Various things you can do. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge all of that, merge it, flatten the image, and go in with like a bit of a level up, change the levels. Don't go too crazy, as I say, you really mess it up. Play with that a little bit, you know, and then go with like this is my way of doing things, as I say. Going into God damn it. And I'm going to go here to this color adjustment curves. Just see what you get, you know. You don't have to, but I don't know. And that's that, you know. There we go. And I think basically that's what we're going to have for that. I'm going to just save that because otherwise I'm going to get carried away, you know. Save that out. What we got? I can use this. I like to use this because there's a lot of good features in Krita when it comes to art, and a lot of brushes and stuff for painting and stuff too, you know. But I like drawing and painting. But the thing is, Fire Alpaca is really, really good though for like comics and stuff as well, you know. But let's just close that down and just look at the two different versions side by side, or just I can make a side by side version as well, kind of these. So the black and white one's cool enough. It's like pretty cool as it is, you know, as it is, right? But then you got the colour one. It's like wow. The colour did take your pick, you know. I'm going to put these together, making a Krita project. I'm just going to put them together, show you how I do that. Pretty simple. Just uploading videos here, by the way, for you. I've got another video just uploading. I made a full seminar, which I kind of go on a bit, talking too much, but it's an anime effects seminar, full tutorial on the software. If anyone's interested in that. And I've got another video where I was drawing those two women, the pictures I showed you, and so I'm going to put that up as well. There's a time-lapse version of that as well. I believe I have one there. Just saved, yeah, and I'm keeping ahead of myself. And I'm going to make a time-lapse version of this video, hopefully too, okay? Of me drawing them two characters. So I'm bringing this as a layer, bringing this in as a layer. Boom, boom. I'm going to bring them just side by side. Okay, just shrink them down the best I can. Here, bang, resize this one. Okay, there we go. Try and get that about the right size. There you go. And then save that out. You know, get them in the right position you want. If you can do that, you know, put it in. And then literally, you know, go on. So you can just make a black layer if you want. Like a black. That's what I like to do. Below. Got a large massive pen if you don't want to use the fill tool, do that, you know, makes it look cool, and then give it like a cutout, not like that. Go to trim selection, bam, save. You don't have to merge it, just save it. It merges down anyway. Okay, then I keep that as well, see. Bang, boom. It's not perfect. I mean, the positions of these two characters as well, but it's like, it's alright, you know. It's like, this guy, is the guy on the left going to chop the other guy's neck, or is the other guy going to pull his sword out and just cut across this guy's body, you know, from underneath his armpit, like swipe out with that right arm. Is he going to block up, maybe block the arm, and it's like take him over, maybe elbow the guy in the gut. There's so many things you could do. I like this black and white one, I really do. I can see myself doing an animation like this, maybe, you know. Colour's like fuss to do, but you can do it. Like, you can do colour, put a colour effects on top. The good thing is, when those blending modes do work, I mean, you can do that. You can bring, I mean, like using layers, filter layers with a gradient, and you can like put that on top as well. or use video softwares and stuff. Photoshop can do it as well, you know. Yeah, so let's just check that one. You've got these ones, okay. I like this one, and you got this side by side. There you go, man. Okay, so honestly, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself. There's more to come. And I'm sorry for not showing you any animation in this one, but I was saying you can do animation the same way with the frames. I'll do more, okay, and I'll show you more when I can do an animation, like even with just like rough sketches, but just showing you how I can make them move, you know, using reference. I was going to show you like how I can use some like stick figures, as well as the as I say, like as well as using the sketches, like the scribble silhouettes. You can like start with a stick figure or do a stick figure over that. It's working with everything just to get the right position, you know. But thanks for watching. Take care now.